Hi everybody, it's Deborah from Stamp On It, and this is a video. I'm just going to go through some samples that I actually made this past weekend. Some of you who follow me on Facebook will know that this past weekend I attended a 3-day retreat. It was supposed to be a 4-day, but I had to go on a day late because of my schedule and so on. But I did 3 days of just relaxing, working on some projects that I had brought along, and eating really super good food. It was at the Red Barn Retreat in Michigan here. Great time, great friends. Sally, who runs it, she has been doing it for 12 years and just does a phenomenal job. She is retiring in about 6 weeks from it, just a change in her life. And so, but it was great to be able to go. I was invited by my dear friend Meredith, a longtime friend and customer of ours. So I was so happy to attend. But I want to share what I did. What I did is I just threw in the quickness of it all, because I was so busy last week and getting things done and so on. So I just threw in some kits that were left over from our sale from the week before. And so these are the things that I made from the kits, and I'll just tell you very quickly and briefly what I use and kind of what there is, because there's quite a few of them. I made 20 cards, I believe, over the weekend, and drank a lot of coffee and ate a lot of food. So here we go. This is from our new acetate sheet, Be Thankful. No, this is Fall Pumpkin Scenes, so sorry. Fall Pumpkin Scenes. Just has 4 different pictures of pumpkins in an autumn setting. And so the first one here, and this is made with our copper stickers, absolutely gorgeous stickers. I love the copper. And I simply layered it up on some green with glitter film behind. These are classic corners in copper. This is actually a leftover piece off from one of the borders in copper. It's not even the actual sticker. And if you can see, I used the leaves off from leaf border 2730 to make it into like a vine of leaves. And I did the same with the corners, and I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but I added leaves into the classic corner right there, oak leaves and maple leaves that come off from that number 2730 leaf border. Classic corners is 1.33, and the Fall Pumpkin Scenes also added a made by on the back side, which I still forgot to sign, but I will. And the handmade is DD 2371. This one here, same sheet, Fall Pumpkin Scenes, and I forgot to write it down, I used the decorative corners here, layered it up onto the deep red, which is kind of in the cornucopia apples, and then I just added some leftover, actually, black cardstock, foam tape behind to give it a little bump, and just a simple, super simple God bless you scroll corners again, and super simple, super easy, super fun, because I actually used a lot of leftovers. This one is one that I made into easel card, so it actually stands up. On this particular one, again, I used an overlay that was a green rectangle. Sharon might have actually made this one. I might have got it in the wrong pile, but I'm going to show you anyway because it's really pretty. And we used the outline leaves, and those are, yep, Sharon signed hers. She did make this one. So Sharon, I apologize for trying to steal your glory there. DD 5455 is the leaves, and To Someone Special, which is the bump inside, this happy birthday is on that. It's a combo sheet. It's 2.215. The leaf border is 2730. And then we use some leftover background or border stickers here from one of the oval border sheets, 2843. And again, copper stickers made into an easel card. Little foam tape, black foam tape under the black layer here to add that bump so that the front folds and catches on there. All right, then we have one. Now back to one that I think I made. Yes, I did. Oh man, So this is just layered up onto green cardstock, and honestly, I forgot to take overlays along. I forgot to take cardstock, so I was kind of beg, borrowing, and stealing from my dear friend Meredith, who so graciously shared some of her stuff with me. This is the first time I've actually gone to one of these retreats as an attendee and not the organizer / owner, so it was really a super special weekend. This one I put Happy Thanksgiving on because it came off from the sheet Happy Thanksgiving. These are those same little leaves again. I just created a little falling leaf border on each side of my green layer, which I did pop up with a little bit of foam tape. And made that one into an easel card also. All right. This one is also off that same fall pumpkin scene. This is the 4th image. I love this sheet. It's so beautiful. You could use it not only for Thanksgiving, that type of thing, but you could also use it for, like we did here, happy birthday, for those fall birthdays. Which one was it? Here. For those fall birthdays. And it works for a guy too, because it has a really autumn theme. Thinking of You. This one, Sharon made this one too. Boy, I got into her cards. This one is made using copper stickers again, and the corners are 1.231 small corners. It's one of my favorite sheets. This is 2843 border, and these are leftovers from that same border sheet, 2843. She simply layered it up. This one is made into an easel card also, so it will stand up as a beautiful table ornament. And this one she made into Thinking of You, which came off from To Someone Special again, 2.215. Bumped it up and layered it. All right, this is one of the samples from our weekend event also that we had. All right, now we're going to switch sheets and we're going to go to a slimline. Here's a slimline this one I did create. Again, I forgot the overlays, so my cards don't have overlays on them, but it was really fun to go out of the box and use our vintage hues without overlays. So this one I simply took and cut out 2 of the individual images, put the glitter film on the back, trimmed around them. I added To Someone Special, and then I actually bumped up these 2 layers with glue drops, and I used the 4mm glue drop. They come in 2, 4, and 8, and I used 4 on this, so it's not a lot of bump, but just a little bit of depth. And then To Someone Special in between. Slimline. These are called Autumn Owls that are on this sheet, and here's another one from Autumn Owls. This one I did one of the slimline. This was Autumn Owls For You. It has the words on it, so you don't need to add words. This one didn't have words. It has a blank space, so I could use, this one I cut apart, but I can, use my own sticker words too if you want to do that. This one I put the glitter film behind, and I actually adhered it to the card. My adhesive is hiding behind here, and then I added border stickers. And the border sticker is the 2730 3D leaf border in copper. Put a little bit of falling leaves inside, just to add a little something on the inside. So that is Slimline. Again, Autumn Owls. One more from that same sheet. This one is one without the words again, and I separated them. And I just used some border in between here and added some color. I'll bring that up if you can see that. And in the middle, I put 2 corners on the end of that border, and the border is Borders 4, number 1935, and the Congrats Happy Anniversary, which is a vertical, here is DD 2405. Now I took and trimmed away just a bit of the front edge of the card to accommodate for that vertical border. You could put it right on the front, but I just thought it added a little taste to it to trim that away and layer it up. Okay, congratulations. Added some color with chalk, by the way, just to pull out the leaves in the green of the Autumn Owls. All right. The next one sheet I used was Holiday Cottages, and I did a lot of these. I love the Holiday Cottages. This one I used the hanging lights also, and that is 4401, and I just thought that added a nice winter theme to it, hanging lights, and a vertical Merry Christmas off from 2714. That's DD 2714. And then it just seemed to be kind of empty, so I added just a thin line, a straight line here and here. And the corners are just hollies off from, I believe it's on the vertical Merry Christmas, I'm not sure, but just simple plain corner hollies in those corners. Bumped up with a little bit of depth is, again, the glue drops in the 4mm. So it's not real high, but it's just enough bump. Added color to pull out the lights in the cottage with marker. I just used Tombow markers. All right, next one is same sheet, Holiday Cottages squares, and I added a Merry Christmas in black. Trimmed it out in black just to pull out the dark colors in this particular vintage hue. It's got glitter film behind it. Bumped it up again with some black foam tape. When I use a black layer, I like to use black foam behind it, and we do carry that as well on our website. But it just gives it that little depth, and yet you don't see that black foam. And then added a color just to highlight some of the tones in the vintage hue. Merry Christmas. The Merry Christmas comes off from 2.355, Various Happy and Merry Christmas. 2.355. So, all right. Next one I did, I really like this one. This one I used a vertical Best Wishes, and it comes off from DD 2533, vertical Best Wishes and Good Luck, and fantasy lines off from 1.399. And the fantasy lines are on the inside. They're actually just straight lines, just to give the inside a little taste. These are all bumped up again with black foam to give it some depth. This particular strip right here on top of the black is just a strip, a leftover strip of glitter film. And I didn't take the backing off from it, so it stays white. If you take the backing off, it becomes translucent, so then you'll see the black layer through it. So if you don't want that to happen, leave the backing on it. And I just attached it with adhesive tape. So that is Best Wishes, a vertical Best Wishes. One of my favorites. This one is a shutterfold card, or gatefold, shutter card gatefold. And again, I used that same Holiday Cottages squares. And I just simply trimmed it out, and I actually think this is a piece of a leftover sticker off from Thin Lines. When I was done pulling stickers off, there was the leftovers. Layered this piece just onto a deep red to pull out the red that's in this image and highlight that. And same on the inside, some border from that leftovers, and a Happy Christmas off from 2.355. Shutter gatefold. Next on the agenda is Holiday Cottages, and this one is super simple. I just simply backed it with glitter film, adhered it to the card with a little 4mm glue drops, added some snowflakes. A couple of them I used the glue drops behind them for a little dimension, but very super simple. Added a little bit of thin line border along here. Really nice and super simple, but very effective. Again, no overlays. I forgot to take them. So I had to come up with some really quick ideas on how to use our vintage hues without overlays. But necessity is the mother of invention, so that's what I did for the weekend. It's focused on no overlays. Here again, Holiday Cottages, snowflakes with a 4mm drop behind. This strip is, again, a leftover piece of glitter film with the backing left on. Layered it onto the front of the card using adhesive tape, and then I simply added snowflakes, and in the center of each snowflake is a little gold dot, and it just gives it a little highlight. And those are off from the 4401. I didn't put it down. I believe it's 4401 snowflakes. I think there's little dots on there, and there's different colors of them. just to highlight it. Merry Christmas is off from the new sheet 2.355. Happy and Merry Christmas various. So that's a super simple one also. Then I did this one, which I love, love, love the border. And the border is just a combination of thin lines and 2843 border. And then again, the holiday cottages with the snowflakes. A couple of super simple small corners, 1.231. Layered it up. The border, if you can see, I just simply left a little space in between and layered them, spaced them out a little bit to make like a wider border on each side. Thought that was pretty effective. On the inside, I used again a super simple way to adhere season's greetings with a leftover piece of our glitter film with the backing on it. So it kept that little lighter look. All right. Got a few more here with the holiday cottages. I absolutely love that one, and you can tell. This one here, I used, again, the leftover piece of glitter film, layered Merry Christmas, which is DD 2714. It's a vertical Merry Christmas. This is the holiday cottages with glitter film behind. Used star corners, and it was 1937 star corners. And if you can see, I colored the star corners in the same red permanent marker. I use an alcohol marker as I did the inside of the Merry Christmas on this vertical strip. And it all pulls out the colors of red here in the image on the front. And the little dimension behind this layer with some, and this one I actually used foam tape, so it has a little bit more lift to it. Just gave it some nice dimension. All right, Merry Christmas vertical. Here we have, not those, we're gonna switch now to the Holly Berry Cardinals. This was one that I brought along also. Again, no overlay. This was a card I made Saturday night, and I was super tired and I was just done for the night. And I used a bunch of leftovers, literally leftover pieces of cardstock laying on my work surface. And I just put this together. So it's not a big wow card, but it just is kind of neat what you can make out of your leftovers sometimes. And I just used a vertical Get Well, which is DD 2533. Get Well. And this is just small corners, 2851. This is the Holly Berry Cardinal Square. And I put glitter on the front and the back. And it was our crystal clear glitter using crystal lacquer. And if you could see and feel that, it's got a little bit of dimension to it too, because crystal lacquer dries dimensional, and it's really nice because it holds that glitter and it doesn't let it go. So Get Well, and that is actually, you know, more of a winter theme for the picture for the Cardinals, but I used it and made it into a Get Well card for the same season. So next is the same sheet, the Holly Berry Square Cardinals, but I made this one into more of a winter. With 2843 as a border, I added some of the sprigs. And then here is the holly corner. Added color with the dots from a red sheet. Didn't write down the color, the number of the dots, but just super simple. Added it to the front of the card. All right, got a couple more here, and then we'll close this. Here is Holly Berry Cardinals again. Made this into a easel card, and this one has these pine boughs in gold, and 2714, DD 2714 again was the vertical Merry Christmas. Added color, just using a marker to highlight or bring out the red cardinals. Layered it up, but I made it into the easel card, so only attach, again, half of that front layer, or layers in this case, that you want to do. Again, my bump is a tree border, and that is off from one of our new sheets, and I did not write it down, and I apologize. It's one of our new ones. It's in our new section on our website, but it has the pine fronds across, the pine trees, goodness, across the front of it. All right, holly berry. All right, one more and I'm going to close this. And this one is a gatefold shutter card. Super simple. Thank you very much. Great for a thank you card in the fall and winter season. Holly berry, cardinal square again, layered up. And here I just used borders across the front of it from thin lines 1.421. Various thank you is 1698. Made it into a gatefold shutter card. Thank you very much. I think I said was 1698, yes. All right, so that's going to close this session in video. And I just want to thank you for watching. If you have any questions, let us know. Email us right off our website at www.stamponit.net. Thanks for watching.